Long live the morning routine. Long live friendly competition. Long live cozy nights at home. And long live healthcare that works with your life. Access to great doctors, simple mobile app, convenient locations across Long Island? Absolutely. You have options, but at Catholic Health, we'd like to remind you to choose you first, because we did too. Long live you, and long live Long Island.
It is late in the regular season here in the Nassau-Suffolk Catholic League, which means the postseason is just around the corner. These two teams know a lot about playing each other in the postseason. A rematch of last year's championship game right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. I want to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, Catholic Health. Long live you and long live Long Island. Well, a pleasant good evening, everyone. Dylan Butler here alongside Andrew DeLoya for, again, a late regular season game, but one, no doubt, with some significance when you look at the landscape around the Catholic League and how tight things are, 1 through 5. 6 is a Kellenberg team that could beat anybody on their day, so this league is wide open. So this game has a lot of playoff implications.
Yeah, it's a classic Long Island Catholic League matchup between two teams that have a history. There's 5 teams that can win this league. It's a Friday night matchup, and I'm excited to be here with you, Dylan, to broadcast it.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. We first talk about the visitors here at St. Dom's, and the Bayhawks certainly having a terrific year, right? Coming off of making the championship game a year ago, 15-8 overall, 6-5 in league play. You poll some of the coaches around, and we certainly spoke with Sal Logano about it, and he seemed to indicate maybe this St. Dom's team could be that favorite for the championship. They are a loaded team. Certainly you can see on the screen a lot of size, maybe the biggest team as well in this league.
Yeah, size and talent is a nice equation heading into playoff time, and Coach Wilson is dressed for the occasion with his blazer, and he's got the players behind him to potentially make a run for a Catholic League title. And
2 guys they'll be leaning on. We'll check in with our players to watch here for the Bayhawks. And if you don't know about Melo Mohid yet, well, shame on you, because this is one of the best scorers on the island. You see his numbers right now, 21-7, was one of the leading scorers in his league last year as a junior. And Nick Anson has been terrific as well, a 6'1 senior guard who does a little bit of everything.
Yeah, Melo Mohid, everyone knows the name. He had a great year last year, and he's improved his game. 113 free throws, Dylan. He goes to the basket. He attacks the basket. He puts a lot of pressure on the other team's defense. And Nick Hansen, the transfer from Lawrence Woodmere Academy, great defender, brings some senior leadership to the picture. That's a tough senior backcourt for the Doms.
Yeah, so that's 2 of the leaders for St. Dom's. You now take a look at the picture here for St. Anthony's. Friars 13-8 on the season, 6-4 in league play. And in many ways, Andrew, I hate to use the cliche, but it's kind of a tale of 2 seasons, right? The first season was the first 17 games when Kevin Moore was here, was the leader like he was a year ago when he helped lead the St. Anthony's team to a state championship. He had to leave early to go to Delaware, which is something that Sal Logano and his staff and the players, that everybody knew this. It wasn't a surprise. So now it's the second season, if you will, which is the tail end of the regular season and the postseason. It's without Moore, but it's also with a little bit of an injury bug as well affecting these teams. So it's added on to the Kevin Moore effect when you've got injuries to a couple of other starters as well.
Yeah, Sal Logano deserves the Psychologist of the Year award, not just the Coach of the Year award. And listen, the pre-Kevin Moore era of the season and the post-Kevin Moore era of the season has allowed different players to step up and contribute to this St. Anthony squad, and we'll take a look at 2 of them now.
Yeah, our impact players for this one on the left, Kamel Wilmot. Whether you want to use Muggsy Bogues or Spud Webb as the comparison, he isn't the biggest player, but what a heart that he has on him. What a terrific player. And on the right side, Us Nietzsche, a guy who has drawn Andre Snowden comparisons from his head coach. And if you know, Andre went on and played at Stony Brook, now playing professionally. The potential is unlimited for Nietzsche.
Yeah, I still have nightmares about Wilmot. He was on my scouting report as an 8th grader when he was at Brentwood. We competed against them in a playoff game. He could shoot it. He can get in the lane. He's got a nice runner. And Us, everyone knows that name. He does it all. He's got unlimited potential. He goes after it. It's going to be fun to see the physical matchup between Us and the Doms guys.
And Nietzsche in the future maybe transitions to point guard, but right now he's playing off the ball for this Friars team. So, Andrew, we spoke with both head coaches leading into this game, and here's what they identified as their keys to the game.
In speaking with Coach Wilson, one of the things that they've struggled with a little bit is finishing possessions. 25 seconds, 30 seconds into the shot clock, making sure they get a good shot. Free throw shooting can be any team's Achilles heel, so St. Thomas is no different in that regard. And then he talked to us about, Dylan, about closing out games and hoping that some of that senior leadership shines through late in ball games. For St. Anthony's Salagano's squad, they want to win that rebounding war. They teach boxing out, but it's easier said than done when you're going against a physical team like Dom's. He wants to handle the Dom's pressure so he doesn't give them any easy baskets, and he spoke about containing the man, Melo Mohid, and keeping him out of the lane. Don't give up the rim.
Yeah, let him take those maybe contested jumpers in the lane, but don't let him get to the basket, no doubt about that. This is the second matchup of the regular season between these two teams. You go back to January 15th at St. Dom's, and to Coach Wilson's point about closing out games, Andrew, that was a game the Bayhawks did close out, right? 50-45. They trailed by 5 going into the fourth quarter. Mohid dropped 22. Tyler Leotard had 11. Cam Obajari with 10 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. And Nick Lang pulled down 11 boards in that one to help lead St. Dom's to a big home win.
Yeah, and in the loss, Kevin Moore had 13 points, and Us had 12 for St. Anthony's. So it's going to be a good battle. It's, you know, St. Anthony's is on their home court, so we'll see if that helps them make up that 5-point spread.
So it is St. Anthony's, it is St. Dom's opening, or the starting lineup, and then the opening tip when we return here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You've seen the dedication, the long hours, the early mornings, the sacrifice. You know your athlete has what it takes, but how do you make sure the right people see it? The recruiting process isn't easy. Coaches are flooded with highlights, but how do you stand out in the crowd? At Varsity Media, we specialize in creating game-changing ISO videos, high-definition, athlete-focused footage that highlights exactly what college recruiters want to see. With our up-close ISO video, we capture your athlete's key moments. No more wide angles showing other players. This is just your athlete's pure, raw talent. This is more than a video. This is the opportunity your athlete deserves. Give your athlete the edge they need. Make the right impression with Varsity Media's ISO video service. The future starts now. Now is a great time to book a sportscast with Varsity Media. What sets our sportscast apart isn't just the quality of our production, it's the knowledge, passion, and professionalism that our announcers bring to every game.
It's Merrill. Oh, look at a fake by Merrill. There's the spin again. Gary Merrill is not human. Touchdown, St. Anthony. Profeta! 1-0, Garden City.
Our commentators research athletes and highlight storylines that matter to your communities. Our approach creates a broadcast experience that not only informs, but elevates the athletes, giving the kind of recognition usually reserved for professional levels. Varsity Media's announcers make sure that every athlete has their moment. So book a Varsity Media Sportscast today, and let's get your team the recognition it deserves.
Are you a local business looking for new and creative ways to promote your company? Varsity Media offers affordable rates that can get your message across to a demographic of 18 to 54 years of age. Our follower base across social media is 75,000 strong, and our viewership numbers per game are in the thousands. Don't blow your advertising budget on old staples like TV and radio media. Reach out to Varsity Media to get the best bang for your buck.
When it comes to live streaming, Varsity Media does it all. Athletic events, concerts, musicals, graduations, even weddings. Trust Varsity Media when it comes to your live stream event. Contact us today to learn more about Varsity Media's live streaming services at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
For all the latest Varsity Media updates, including our game schedules, be sure to follow us on social media at Varsity Media, the home for New York high school sports.
Back here at St. Anthony's, Dylan Beller and Andrew DeLoya, our entire Varsity Media crew. Time to meet the starters for St. Dom's. And there you see Mello Mohid making his way, along with Tyler Leotard, Cameron Obajari, Nick Anson, and Nick Lang. A pair of Knicks here for the Bayhawks. It's pretty much their regular starting lineup that they've had throughout this entire season.
Yeah, and a lot of these guys got minutes last year. They have the experience, and they're ready to go.
There's a good look at Isaiah Wilson, fourth season as head coach, 2015 graduate of St. Dominic's High School. And now the starting lineup for the Friars of St. Anthony's.
Number 21, Alex Valentino.
It starts with Alex Valentino.
At forward.
There you see Wilmont. We mentioned him before. Good to see Murphy Moore back into the lineup. He was a guy who was sorely missed, was one of those injured parts that Salagano mentioned to us in our conversation. Also, you've got Nietzsche, Valentino, and inside. It's going to be very important, a big job that Luka Verdaljic has today to battle with that big size that St. Dom's has.
Absolutely. It's important that he uses his length and athleticism to keep Doms off the boards. And this guy right here, Murphy Moore, is a glue guy for St. Anthony. So vital in what they do defensively. And Coach Logano's happy to have him back on the floor.
It has had missed significant time due to mono, so good to see him back. And there's the head coach of St. Anthony's, Salagano, already his 10th season. He is a Farmingdale 84 grad, former New York Tech head coach for 18 years, twice named the league coach of the year, guided the Bears to 16 consecutive playoff appearances, including the 2003, 2004 NCAA regional semifinals as well.
And 35 years at the school. He knows every corner of this building, and He's done such a good job with this program and transitioning from the college level to the high school level and bringing all that experience with him.
He's been here for so long that he's coached dads and now sons, and he knows the whole family, and that's what you kind of get here when you're at St. Anthony's for as long as he has. Our officials for today's game, Ralph Fornellis, Michael Lee, and Jim Best.
Yeah, good, experienced officiating crew.
In the blue. And the Friars in white. Here we go.
So opening tip goes to St. Anthony's. And there is Wilmot.
Wilmot has such a good handle, such a good feel for the game. He's grown right in front of Coach Logano's eyes and does so much for this team.
Wilmot, 11.8 points per game. Wilmot still on it, hands it off as we now have 10 on the shot clock. Valentino, Wilmot for 3. Back rim, no good. Loose ball rebound. It goes to Moore. Nice move inside for Murphy. Can't get the finish. Verdaljek looks to rip it down, but he's called for the traveling violation.
You see what Murphy Moore brings to the table. First possession back after being ill. Gets an offensive rebound, another possession for his team.
And here comes Moheed the other way. The last 2 years has been one of the best scorers on Long Island. Anson went into the lane, lost control, so it'll stay with the Bayhawks.
Nice little out of bounds play, frees up Lang.
Front rim, no good on the 3 by Lang, and there's Verdaljek to get the rebound.
Verdaljek is so long, so big.
Nietzsche, contested jumper, and look how quickly St. Dom's goes from defense to offense as Moheed goes up and under for 2.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of that. Dom's, because they're such a good rebounding team, they can get out in transition, they can outlet the ball and take advantage of their athleticism in transition.
Verdaljek spins in a lane, the scoop layup is short, rebound goes to Obajari. And here's Anson, goes across court, 3-point attempt. Leotard is good.
Yeah, don't be surprised if Coach Logano calls an early timeout to settle his guys down. You don't want Doms to get hot. They can score in bunches. Nice little double stack ball screen set for Wilmot.
The triple off the rim, no good. Great rebound on the offensive end. Valentino ripped it down. Another 3-point, no, a nice fake by Nietzsche. But here comes Moheed into the lane, which is where Salagano was worried he can operate. So 4 early for Moheed. 7-0 start for the Bayhawks. Here's Wilmot.
Nice little crossover by Wilmot, gets into the lane. They just need to see one go down, Dylan.
Anson the rebounds. St. Dom's looks to push.
Lang thought about it.
Well, the call from Coach Wilson was to go to the corner.
We might as well let them announce right here, right, Dill?
Pretty much. Anson drives, lefty layup is good.
And there's the
there
timeout.
Yes, the timeout that you anticipated.
Full timeout. Coach Logano wants to talk it over.
Another look.
Yeah, you see Anson just went right to the rim. The help defense wasn't there, and Coach Logano will talk about that in the timeout.
Yeah, the senior from Elmont. During the break, Andrew, in addition to the national anthem, they also had a moment of silence, and it was someone that you certainly knew well.
Yeah, Rich Roach, the former history teacher and coach at St. Anthony's, he just was a longtime history teacher, basketball coach here in the 90s, coached at New York Tech, and then he coached at my alma mater, Hobart College. He actually was the reason I went to Hobart. The coaching staff asked Coach Roach about me as a kid, and he put in the word. So I'll always be indebted to him because he might have changed the course of my life. I know he touched a lot of students here in terms of his impact. He if you read some of the Facebook posts from the students, he was a beloved teacher and gone way too young at the age of 60. And it was a nice moment before the game. He was very good friends with Coach Logano and through the coaching ranks, and he will be sorely missed.
Yeah, well said. And our condolences certainly to his family. So back to action off the timeout. More hands off to Wilmot. There might not be a player who maybe has suffered the more effect more than Wilmot. Or the more absence, I should say.
Yeah, well, he used to be able to play a little bit more off ball, and with Kevin Moore drawing so much attention, Wilmot could get his feet set and knock down some threes. Now he's having to absorb the pressure of the other team's defense and handle the ball and many more responsibilities, which will make him a better player in the long run. Unfortunately, it makes it more difficult for him to score.
Yeah, he is, Logano thinks, the best shooter on this team, but he's got to also play on ball.
Yeah, and listen, he's still scoring 12 points a game, and you see there, he's distributing the rock and getting it to the right people's hands. And that's a big three for the big man, stepping out to the corner and kind of breaking the ice for St. Anthony's.
Here, Verdaljak dials it up from long distance.
Whoa!
Ferocious attempt by Leotard. Here comes Wilmot. Back to Verdaljak. And now Wilmot, open three.
Wow. Big time three by Wilmot from Route 110, Dylan.
So good response after a 9-0 deficit. Back-to-back triples have made this a three-point game. Here's Mohid handing off. The triple from Anson is good.
Anson's got that beautiful lefty stroke. When he gets his feet set, backspin follow through rotation, it's good.
Now Wilmot to the hole, and the foul was called on the way there. It was on Obajari.
One of the things that Coach Logano mentioned is that Wilmot is comfortable in uncomfortable environments. Well, I would have to say tonight in the lane, it's going to be a little bit uncomfortable for him going against Doms, and right there he did a nice job drawing contact.
First free throw is good, and Wilmot 82% from the foul line this year.
24 left in the first quarter.
We could have used that type of percentage last night in the game we covered, Dylan.
Yeah, St. Anthony's, St. Francis Prep girls with over 70 combined free throw attempts.
Yeah, that's right. 73 free throw attempts in last night's contest.
So Wilmot goes 1 for 2, and maybe a little bit of a different look now defensively, Andrew, for the Friars.
It almost looks like a matchup zone. They're packing the lane, which Coach Logano spoke about. Yeah, they're switching everything.
Mohid misses the jumper.
And that's the job of an experienced coach like Coach Logano. He had something in his pocket, and he went to it and looking to change the tempo and change the course of the game.
Nietzsche. How about the body on Nietzsche? Looks like he could be playing a linebacker for Joe Minucci's football team.
Wow.
Great play up and under from Alex Valentino.
You mentioned it in the pregame. Sal Logano coached Valentino's father, Chris, 30 years ago.
Now Obajari responds on the other side with a triple.
Doms has so many weapons. Obajari is just another one that can beat you. That's why this team is primed to make a run in the Catholic League playoffs.
12 is Sean Morrissey. There's Nietzsche, his first basket, as we have an injured Bayhawk on the floor.
Yeah, he went down hard. When you get these teams together, there's going to be guys hitting the floor, going after loose balls.
Good to see Anson back up. As Harrison Von Essen checks in for the Bayhawks. And Von Essen will inbounds, the junior out of Rockville Center. That glue guy that every team needs, great shooter as well.
Yeah, he can make open shots. When he has his feet set, it's automatic.
There's Mohid. top of the key. Thinking about it, there was Lang. Puts it onto the court now to Obajari. Last year was the 6th man on a team that made the championship. Mohid denied on the basket, but Lang can't get the putback. Loose ball goes to the Friars. That's Rory McDermott. Talk about a great football player. A young sophomore wide receiver. Blocking foul called on Mohid.
Yeah, McDermott's a bruiser, tough as nails. He was just cleared coming back from injury. He provides an element of toughness for this team.
It's something that Logano said is needed on this team, right? You need a little bit of toughness, and that's what McDermott will bring, that bull in a china shop kind of a player.
Coach Logano calling out a play from the sideline. It's always tough when you're coming back from illness, trying to get back in rhythm, and you see Murphy Moore doing a good job there, being patient in the post.
Yeah, and he gets himself to the foul line as well.
Foul called on number 2.
Foul called against Leotard.
That's his first, team's 3rd. Number 3 to strike, Murphy Moore.
It's a good look there at Moore.
Yeah, so happy for Murphy Moore that he's going to be able to close out his senior year. He put so much effort into his game, and he does anything that Coach asks. And he's a great defender, and must have been hard for him to watch those games and not be able to help his teammates.
Well, he's been a great story this year too, right? Was a guy who didn't see a lot of time on last year's state championship team, but put that extra work in as the second rims around and out. He went from kind of an end of the bench guy to being a captain, scoring 6 or 7 points a game, rebounding. We mentioned glue guys before, right? He was that, or he is that guy for the St. Anthony's guy, our team, a guy that was sorely missed.
Yeah, he's a definition of a success story, and you love to see kids like that who do all the right things get rewarded.
And Mohid with the floater in the lane. 6 first quarter points from Mello inside the final minute now of quarter number 1.
You know what I'm going to do, Dylan? He's on pace for 24.
Foul called on Obajari. So Obajari's second, and Lang will check back in.
Number 1 checking in now for St. Dominic's.
And he'll replace Obajari. So good to see Anson back in after hitting the floor hard earlier.
He might need some ice on that after the game.
Here's Wilmot. Kick out Morrissey. 6'8" sophomore from Wantagh. Ball deflects. And here comes Doms on the break. Leotard. Off glass, no good. Mohid rebounds. Stripped.
Good look up ahead to Valentino. Oh, what a block by Lang.
Leotard tried to alley-oop it.
I would love to see that block by Lang again if we could. The long, athletic Lang did not give up on the play, pinned it against the glass.
Final 10 seconds of quarter number 1. So good coaching, and here's the
Here you see right here. Look at that timing by Lang. Great job, great hustle.
Wilmot. Traveling violation is called. So 4.5 seconds left, an opportunity here for Doms to go full court. Best shooter, Von Essen. Turns, will not get.
You could hear the coaching staff over here telling him to launch it. The junior, when he's a senior, will have a little bit better clock awareness. He did the right thing going to the basket and did not turn it over, which is a good thing.
So 1 quarter in the books. And Mello Mohid certainly getting active and getting to the glass for the Bayhawks to help them get out to an early lead here. And then the triple as well by Leotard. 17-12 the lead for the Bayhawks. You're watching this Nassau-Suffolk Catholic League game on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Katie Ledecky. As an Olympic athlete, you might think staying healthy is easy for me. Truth is, we all face challenges. Keeping the right mindset is how we achieve our best personal performance. At Catholic Health, the same focus on wellness and prevention that I follow every day is the way they think too. That's why I'm teaming up with Catholic Health to help make healthcare even more positive, proactive, and personal for every person across Long Island. Long live you, and long live Long Island.
Don't forget, if you can't see it,
Back here at St. Anthony's, Dylan Butler, Andrew DeLoya, our entire varsity media crew. 17-12, the early lead for the Bayhawks.
You know, Dylan, you saw in that quarter, St. Anthony's is such a disciplined team. And both of these teams are well coached, but you saw some burst of athleticism and speed from St. Dominic's, and it's going to be a tale of which team can execute better as we move along here in this one.
Off the mark on that 3 attempt by Anson. Aiden Bino has checked in as well, the sophomore from just down the road here in Huntington.
He's earned some more minutes. He got some minutes against Kellenberg the other night. Coach is looking for him to step up and just add some much-needed depth to this banged-up team.
And there's Gavin Snyder, reading that all the way. And there's the finish.
Big-time finish.
By Anson.
Nick Anson, 5 slammer timber.
And then an errant pass for Dalchek. And Snyder not on the same page. So Wilmot checks back in for the Friars.
Mel Wilmot checking back in.
And replace Bino.
5'9" guard.
And there's Mohid.
Oh, Mohid does such a good job changing speeds.
Baseline jumper for him, side rim, no good, loose ball. And that was a great, I was gonna say great job by Anson. Thought he forced it, forced a jump.
Aiden Windhausen.
But actually they'll call the foul on Windhausen.
The team's first.
Wilmot, runner in the lane is good.
That's the part of the game that Coach Logano told us about in the pregame, his ability to hit the floater, which is such a great shot for his skill set. Makes him dangerous.
Von Essen for 3, no good. As here comes Wilmot. Nice move, the triple attempt, front rim no good. Long rebound goes back to Wilmot.
That was the longest rebound I've seen this season. 24-foot rebound.
That's not one of the reasons why he's averaging just under 3 rebounds a game. A blocking foul is called underneath, but Wilmot does rebound well out of his position.
Certainly does.
Foul on number 1.
So that foul on Anson is first. Some more subs for Doms.
Substitutes checking in, 2, 11, and 14.
Christian Follett comes in. Leotard back in the game. And Lang back in the game. Nice inbound. Wilmot stripped on the way up. Von Essen thought we were going the other way.
I think it's going to stay here, Dill.
Well, it is. But Von Essen thought it was going the other way. That'll be a kickball. So Valentino, third try. Gets it to the corner to Verdalchik. Sends it.
Good job by Von Essen, pressuring. Big size difference, not intimidated.
Substitution number 3 checking in now for St. Dominic's.
Yeah, Wilson had mentioned some timely plays out of Von Essen, but more so out of the scoring and passing, but you saw it in the defensive. And
what a steal by Wilmot.
And the finish as well. So 8 already for Wilmot. And a a foul underneath.
That was a really nice, aggressive, patient move by Nick Lang, the 6'7" from Northport. You see him driving baseline, jump stopping, giving a little head fake, and drawing contact.
So Lang to shoot 2. The first one is good.
Makes the first.
Another guy, too, who was behind a couple of seniors last year, had to wait his turn, and this year it is his opportunity and has made the most of that opportunity.
He's got a very high ceiling. I'm sure the college coaches like his physicality and his length, his athleticism. His older brother plays at SUNY Maritime right over the Throgs Neck Bridge. So he will have a training partner this summer.
Nietzsche using that strength.
Look at that block by Lang. And he can handle the ball, too.
Von Essen to Mohid. The kick to the corner. The 3, no good. It's a good hustle by Lang, as his coach echoes. But the rebound goes to the Friars. There's Wilmot to the corner. A 3 there.
Wow, good shot.
Valentino with the triple.
Nice arc on that one.
(21-19) the score. Von Essen fouled by Wilmot.
Foul on number 2. Mel Wilmot. Wilmot first, and the team second. Number 4 checking in now.
So back in the game, Obajari, the junior out of CI.
Yeah, last year Obajari was the 6th man for this team. This year he's one of the starters, one of the primary scorers. Doing a good job getting to the rim this year. It was a major part of what they did last year, but just enjoying his increased responsibilities.
Lang off glass, no good. Oh, Nietzsche with the rebound to Wilmot. Smart by Nietzsche.
Good spin move by Nietzsche.
Obajari pulls up. No good. Loose ball goes to St. Anthony's. Wilmot. Friars look to run. And getting fouled on his way there was Morrissey.
Foul on number 11.
So Follett called for the foul, and
Christian Follett. That's his first.
2 free throws for Morrissey.
Yeah, Morrissey, the sophomore out of Wantagh. He had an ankle injury earlier in the year. He's an up-and-coming player. He's got really good footwork and hands. You saw that on that move. Starting to come into his own. Can also shoot the 3, Dylan.
And the second is up and good. So he'll go 1 for 2 from the line.
Oh, good steal.
And the finish as well by Snyder.
Snyder did a really good job baiting Doms into that pass and had his hand in the passing lane. And
that gives St. Anthony's the 1-point lead. Look at Mohid to the basket. Short rebound, and that'll be a traveling violation called against Follett.
Substitution number 1 checking in now for St. Dom's.
So Anson comes back in, replacing Follett.
25, left field half.
Here comes Wilmot. Nietzsche spins at the foul line. Good offensive rebound by Snyder. To the basket was Valentino. Here comes the Bayhawks the other way. The handoff. Long 3 from Obajari. Gets the bounce.
Shooter's touch, soft.
Obajari's second triple of this game. 32nd timeout called by Wilson. So a reminder, postseason is right around the corner. And Varsity Media, we've got a bunch of big-time games coming up in New York City. We'll have the BQ final, the New York Archdiocese final. It'll be back-to-back days next weekend, Friday night at St. Francis Prep, the BQ, the Archdiocese on Saturday. Then the B and the A finals, which will be important for Long Island Catholic folks because of the state playoffs. And then we'll have the AA quarterfinals, semifinals, and final as well, all from Fordham University, all right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
February madness.
into March. So interesting here off the timeout by Wilson. Now you've got Leotard face guarding Wilmot.
Yeah, that's a good usage of Tyler Leotard's length and athleticism. Really good defender.
Nietzsche, turnover, Mohid, the flush. So if you're a head coach like Wilson, you love both ends of that, right?
Oh, and you like that right there. If you're Coach Logano, Dylan, how about that dunk? Nice bounce pass. Good dunk by Morrissey. Quick off his feet. And the answer from Doms.
2 more from Mohid. Already at 10 now. Corner 3, no good. Lang the rebounds. Another triple. Obajari feeling it. Side rim. Wilmot misses the runner in the lane. Here's Mohid. 4-point lead for Doms. Hitting the floor hard was Obajari. No foul calls. Snyder will check out, and Murphy Moore returns to the game for the Friars.
Yeah, Murphy Moore still has to get his wind back after being out with that illness.
So now it's Moore on ball. Valentino. Off glass, no good. Rebound goes to Mohid. Inside the final minute of the first half, and Mohid fouled by Moore. His first, the team's third.
Opportunity here. If Doms wanted to, they could get a 2-for-1. So much contact in this game, Dylan.
Anson open for 3, and he delivers from long distance.
And the reason that was such a big shot, they're going to get the ball back at the end of this shot clock with a chance to score with 10 or 15 seconds remaining on the clock.
Well, with the attention that Wilmot is drawing, Nietzsche, the heir apparent as a point guard,
They got him on that one.
The PG, and he is called for the offensive foul.
Number 10 now checking in.
For Daljek back in for Morrissey. And now Doms will look to hold for the last. Shot clock is off. It's in the hands of Mohid. Isaiah Wilson, it's like chess pieces on a board, putting all his guys in the right positions.
And St. Anthony's is masking what defense they're in. It looks like almost like a little matchup, protecting the paint.
The jumper is short. Nietzsche with the rebound as the Bayhawks with a 31-24 lead at the break.
Please enjoy a brief intermission, and we'll be right back with more Catholic School basketball.
Joined now by St. Thomas head coach Isaiah Wilson. And Coach, what were your thoughts there from what you saw in the first half?
We was kind of expecting them to take away Melo earlier in the game, which we expected. But I thought we got quality shots, and we just got to continue to get quality shots throughout the second half.
What was it seemed like late too? You ended up face guarding Wilmot, kind of taking the head off the snake a little bit. It seemed to work there for you.
Yeah, we really didn't want to do that until next week, but Coach Red said let's do it now, and it kind of helped spark a little run for us.
And what do you want to see from your guys in the second half?
Just more fight, more heart, and then just execute down the stretch and finish the game out.
All right, excellent stuff. Isaiah, thanks so much for joining us. Best of luck in the second half.
Thank you very much.
That is Isaiah Wilson, the St. Dom's head coach, as his Bayhawks have a 31-24 lead at the break. You're watching the Nassau-Suffolk Catholic League right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching Varsity Media, New York's high school sports network. For the latest news in high school sports, be sure to check out varsitymedia.net or follow us on social media at Varsity Media.
Long live the morning routine. Long live friendly competition. Long live cozy nights at home. And long live healthcare that works with your life. Access to great doctors, simple mobile app, convenient locations across Long Island. Absolutely. You have options, but at Catholic Health, we'd like to remind you to choose you first, because we did too. Long live you, and long live Long Island.
You've seen the dedication, the long hours, the early mornings, the sacrifice. You know your athlete has what it takes, but how do you make sure the right people see it? The recruiting process isn't easy. Coaches are flooded with highlights. But how do you stand out in the crowd? At Varsity Media, we specialize in creating game-changing ISO videos, high-definition, athlete-focused footage that highlights exactly what college recruiters want to see. With our up-close ISO video, we capture your athlete's key moments. No more wide angles showing other players. This is just your athlete's pure, raw talent. This is more than a video. This is the opportunity your athlete deserves. Give your athlete the edge they need. Make the right impression with Varsity Media's ISO video service. The future starts now. Now is a great time to book a sportscast with Varsity Media. What sets our sportscast apart isn't just the quality of our production, it's the knowledge, passion, and professionalism that our announcers bring to every game.
There's Merrill. Oh, look at a fake by Merrill. There's the spin again. Gary Merrill is not human. Touchdown, St. Anthony. Profeta! 1-0, Garden City.
Our commentators research athletes and highlight storylines that matter to your communities. Our approach creates a broadcast experience that not only informs, but elevates the athletes, giving the kind of recognition usually reserved for professional levels. Varsity Media's announcers make sure that every athlete has their moment. So book a Varsity Media Sportscast today, and let's get your team the recognition it deserves.
Hey parents, coaches, and players, ever wonder what makes Varsity Media stand out as the tri-state leader in sports live streaming and videography?
If you're looking to optimize your sporting event, look no further than Varsity Media's coverage. Since working with them over the course of the past 4 years through the Elite 5 New York City Football Showcase, their coverage has helped take us to the top.
Varsity Media does an unbelievable job in terms of the broadcast, backgrounds on kids, do a great job of exposure from top to bottom. I couldn't really say anything negative. It's been a great couple of years that we've been working together, and it's just fantastic.
Well, I'll tell you, the fact that you guys are here has helped grow it, really. I mean, Varsity Media has been a good partner with us now for the last couple of years. That brings this game to a much broader audience.
The level of detail and that you go to, I mean, obviously the announcers, the camera angles, the slow motions, I mean, you feel like it's being covered by, ESPN.
If you'd like to book with Varsity Media, reach out at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for upcoming schedules and content, and on social media at Varsity Media.
Merrill, he's got room to go. Merrill towards the end zone. Lost his lid. Touchdown!
JJ Damo, face-on, stay-on athlete. Controlling the face-off X 3 in a row now.
For all the latest Varsity Media updates, including our game schedules, be sure to follow us on social media at Varsity Media, the home for New York high school sports.
Now is a great time to book a sportscast with Varsity Media. What sets our sportscast apart isn't just the quality of our production, it's the knowledge, passion, and professionalism that our announcers bring to every game.
There's Merrill. Oh, look at a fake by Merrill. There's the spin again. Gary Merrill is not human. Touchdown, St. Anthony. Profeta! 1-0, Garden City.
Our commentators research athletes and highlight storylines that matter to your communities. Our approach creates a broadcast experience that not only informs, but elevates the athletes, giving the kind of recognition usually reserved for professional levels. Varsity Media's announcers make sure that every athlete has their moment. So book a Varsity Media Sportscast today, and let's get your team the recognition it deserves.
Back at St. Anthony's High School, I don't think Becca Kazaks could have timed that any better, right? As soon as I start to say back, you could hear the buzzer sounds for the start of the third quarter. Dylan Butler, Andrew DeLoya here with you. It is a 31-24 lead for St. Dom's, and it was a good start, certainly, in that first half for Dom's offensively, and we saw some of the greatness, right, of Mela Mohit here.
He could just do so many things with the basketball. He's such a good finisher. There you see him spinning and using the glass. And then Wilmot from deep.
Yeah, Wilmot had 8 to lead the way for the Friars. Corner triple there as well. And Mohid, and there you see Anson. Mohid and Anson both with 10 apiece to lead the way for the Bayhawks.
Yeah, the two players we featured in the beginning of the game.
How great is that?
Perfect. Pick the right ones.
Loose ball, look out. There's Mohid. Mohid to the basket, rims around, no good.
Wilmot did a really good job there, not fouling and interfering just enough.
And the triple by Snyder.
That's a big 3 for St. Anthony's coming out of the break to cut the lead to 31-27.
30% from beyond the arc this year for Gavin Snyder. Big man move inside by Lang, doesn't get the finish. Now Wilmot can operate, back to Snyder. Nietzsche the kick out, one more in the corner. Nice head fake by Nietzsche. Bounces it inside. No good there from Moore. Loose ball will go the other way. Leotard pushes it ahead for Anson. Pulls up from 3, front rim no good. Loose ball, look at Wilmot. Corner, 3, bang! Valentino.
Really impressed with his game tonight, Dylan. He's done a little bit of everything. He's so active inside and then showcasing his ability to shoot outside as well.
8 now for Valentino. That's Anson. Steps back, foul line jumper. Nietzsche with the rebound. Goose Nietzsche, 13.9 points, 5.2 rebounds. That shot was short. Obajari pushes it ahead. Lang, a little bit sloppy, Andrew, to start this third quarter.
Yeah, both teams need to settle down and get better shots. They're taking contested ones, and they need to find some open ones.
Wilmot, guarded by Leotard. High shot. What happened there? Wilmot.
Unbelievable finish by Wilmot. Great concentration on that and a soft touch.
If this was a game of horse, game over.
Game over.
And now the Friars, off of that wild shot by Wilmot, takes the 1-point lead. Foul called on Murphy Moore, his second.
Murphy Moore, that's his second. The team's first.
Not a bad foul by Murphy Moore. He got him on the floor. Doms has to take the ball sideline out of bounds. Prevented one of those lane line drives that Salagano spoke about on our pregame conference call.
And here is Mohid. Steps back, triple, front rim, no good. Wilmot. Nietzsche, 3, no good. Here comes Anson the other way. Lang. And he was pushed on the baseline by Wilmot.
Foul number 2 for St. Anthony's, Camille Wilmot. That's his second. The team's second.
So Wilmot, his second foul. Obajari, no good. Bodies continue to hit the floor. Inside, Mohid.
Yeah, Gavin Snyder gathered that rebound and just got knocked down to the ground. Unfortunately, lost possession, and St. Dom's benefited.
Their first basket of the third quarter. Here's Nietzsche. Corner kick, 3, gets the bounce for more. Nietzsche, scoop layup.
Really nice crossover, same side finish, left foot down, right hand up. Good job by Nietzsche.
2-point lead for the Friars now. Mohid inside to Lang. Logano wants a double. Top of the key, 3, bang. Obajari, another triple. His third of this game.
Gives St. Dom's the 38-37 lead.
And it's 30 called by Logano here. 3:23 left, Andrew, as we take another look at that triple by Obajari.
Yeah, we'll take another look at that. Obajari from deep, good arc over the defender, completes the 3, the new way.
So not only will we be in the city for the Catholic League playoffs, we will have this league's championship game as well. You and I had the honor to be on the call last year at Hofstra, and we will again have the championship game coming up quickly, February 27th already. For the league champion. And if you know at home who's going to be there, please let us know, because it is wide open, right now in this league.
Could be any one of 5 teams, all with a chance to get hot at the right time in the season.
Some might say it'll be Doms and Marys, and others like you pointed out, don't sleep on Chaminade, right? They are there, St. Anthony's defending champions. And Holy Trinity, for a good portion of this year, was the best team in this league.
Everyone thought Holy Trinity was the favorite for the latter part of the season. So it's going to be a really interesting Long Island Catholic League playoff. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, we'll pop up those standings as we continue on in this broadcast, but you can see how tight this league has become. And Nietzsche getting a little more aggressive here in the second half.
One of the things I really like about his game is his patience. He utilizes his athleticism, but it doesn't look like he's playing out of control. He's always under control. He lands on 2 feet, and he's just got a nice rhythm to his game.
Yeah, so Nietzsche, the sophomore out of Selden, 2 free throws. Makes the first. As we are tied at 38. But Logano says of Nietzsche, we mentioned before, right, that potential unlimited. Right now, for him, it's consistency. But listen, that's not just a Nietzsche issue. It's just coaching 15-year-olds, right? Consistency sometimes is the hardest thing to get from a younger player.
Absolutely, and he's with the right coach, because what Coach Logano is going to do with him is develop all aspects of his game and make him exciting for the college coaches to want to recruit. You know, he'll expand his game, maybe give him an opportunity to play some point at some point. And when you take,
underneath the basket, Lang called for the charge.
Yeah, when you take charges like that, I wasn't sure if they were going to give him a block call on that. I thought he deserved the charge. I'm glad he got it. He's asking for the spot to be wiped up. Sneakers do the job also.
That's a good job, right? Holding your space.
Yeah, he had his feet set and absorbed the contact perfectly on that charge.
That's one thing when we spoke with Logano, said he loves his team. They work so hard. They all listen to him.
Yeah, he was really excited. He actually, one of the things he said is he's just having fun, and the team is having fun. I think it was almost like a little bit of the pressure was released. I mean, obviously the expectations lowered when Moore left. I'm sure they would love to have him, but they also, it opened up some opportunities, and now they're kind of playing a little bit more freely.
And Nietzsche heating up here in the third quarter, 6 in this third quarter. And now again, a change defensively for the Friars. Here's Lang. Inside pass, and the finish there by Anson.
Doms is very well coached. They had a plan to attack that zone. They got the ball into the high post, and good interior passing for the finish.
There's Nietzsche, swings it, corner, 3. Side rim, no good. Loose ball, it'll go to Lang, and then an over the back foul called on Verdalchik. So Verdalchik, the senior from Albertson, gets the foul.
42 left in the third quarter. We got a tight one here, folks. A 1-point lead.
Now Mohit on ball. A little weave from the Bayhawks. Obajari, the kick. The drive, no good there from Follett. The ball will stay with the Bayhawks. Checking in, Rory McDermott for the Friars, replacing Gavin Snyder.
Rory McDermott.
Of the two coaches, Andrew, certainly the more animated or active is Logano.
Still has the energy of a 25-year-old.
Yeah. The triple short. Rebound goes to Nietzsche. There's Wilmot. It was so special for Sal Logano. He's a Hofstra guy as Nietzsche dials it up from long range for the triple, but to win it at Hofstra, beating Doms there. What a moment that was for Logano, his staff, and this team.
Yeah, in that game, JT Taylor lit up at the right time. Great contributions from guys like Mannix. Those guys are playing at their next level. At some point, maybe we'll get a chance to show that graphic of the players from St. Anthony's playing at the next level.
You somehow, in one statement, put 2 teases out there because we have highlights of that game, and yes, we also have a graphic of next-level players.
That'll be fun.
Well done by you. As Lang checks back in for the Bayhawks, replacing Obajari. Rebound, inbound underneath for Valentino. Shot clock is off. So now Logano, you can hear him a little bit there. Pull it out, hold it out. We want to get the last shot. Although Nietzsche has the hot hand. So he attacks the basket, doesn't get the finish. Now Mohit in transition.
Thought he was lucky not to get a charge call on that, Usay.
And then McDermott called for the foul.
Number 14, Rory McDermott. That's his first. Team's fourth.
So Mohit to the line for 2. You mentioned all those, what is it, 100?
Well, it was 113 to start the night. So you probably have the stats on where we're at now.
Well, that was his first. So you have the number.
All right, we're at 114, so I can figure that one out.
And now that's 2 for him. 2-point lead for the Friars.
10 seconds.
Here is Nietzsche.
They threw a quick double at Oos to get the ball out of his hands. He has it back now.
He's got to shoot it. Not there from midcourt. Just missed by Anson. But Nietzsche heating up in quarter number 3 to help the Friars to a 2-point lead.
Yeah, you see Oos Nietzsche in the lane with the pull-up, good patience, and then he could do it from beyond the arc as well. Nice little pass from Wilmot and a good finish from behind the arc by Oos.
Fourth quarter coming up next here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
At St. Francis Heart Center, we're not just regional heart experts. We share our greater success with the world. We don't just pioneer technology. We do it more than anywhere on Greater Long Island. And we don't just win awards. We deliver greater outcomes for people like you. As New York's only specialty designated cardiac center, we're not satisfied with just being good. This is Long Island. This is St. Francis Heart Center. And greater lives here.
For the latest news in high school sports, be sure to check out varsitymedia.net or follow us on social media at Varsity Media.
Back in South Huntington, Dylan Butler, Andrew DeLoya, our entire Varsity Media crew. Fourth quarter about to begin. Really good third quarter for the Friars.
Yeah, I thought they did a nice job executing, getting the ball where they wanted it. Saligano's teams are always so well coached. They don't beat themselves. He's always going to be in the game at the end because they're disciplined and they're smart and they work together. And the constant is always their defense.
So 2-point lead. It has been tight throughout, which again I think speaks volumes about what this league is, right?
Night in, night out.
So Nietzsche, sorry, Andrew.
I'm sorry, it looks like a little 1-3-1 by St. Anthony's.
9 points in that third quarter. Triple, in and out. Nice rebounds by Verdalchik. Wilmot the kick. And then the foul inside. And that's one thing, too, when we spoke with Isaiah Wilson about this St. Anthony's team and what he expects. He says they're going to be poised and they're going to be a solid group. And he says that Logano does a really good job getting his team ready to play. Denial at the cup, but Lang was called for the foul.
Yeah, both teams have so much respect for each other. They know so much about how the other team operates, and scouting comes into play, and they're both so familiar, and then it comes down to who makes plays in the fourth quarter.
Verdalchik to the line, shooting 70% from there, heading to Scranton. Not a bad location.
No, Scranton's having a really good year this year. One of my former players, Brendan Carr, is a junior there, having an outstanding season, averaging almost 15 a game, getting hot from behind the three-point line. So he'll be happy to have a 6'9" player coming his way next year.
And Logano said he thinks that it was Carr who spoke with Verdalchik on his recruiting visit.
Yeah, that's how it works. You find a fellow Long Islander that can help your program, and you help recruit them.
Tough contested jumper off the backboard by Moheed, and then rebound by Anson. He was fouled by Verdalchik.
That's his second.
So free throws now for Anson. 14 on the game for Nick.
He's a tough guard for any team. He's a good defender, but he brings some senior leadership, and that ability to score with the left hand is always a tough thing to guard.
Big addition for St. Thomas. He came to Oyster Bay when Lawrence Woodmere Academy closed. So found a home here with the Bayhawks. Wilmot from long range. 3 no good. Rebound by Obajari. And there is Anson. Obajari the kick, nice, one more. The triple from the corner, no good. Verdalchik. Oh, there was certainly contact underneath. There continues to be. Lang inside for the putback.
I think the officials missed one on that. When St. Anthony secured the rebound, there was definitely a foul on that. Unfortunately, they missed it, and St. Thomas benefited.
We are tied at 46. And then it goes off of Nietzsche for a turnover. We get into the point of the game now where Isaiah Wilson said it has been difficult for his team, right? Closing out games. And right now we are tied at 46. Obajari. Foul line. Moheed. And here is Moheed getting to the basket. Counted and the foul.
And scored the goal.
when you have a guy who can get to the basket at the end of the shot clock, it's such a huge advantage. Melo Mohid right here, slashing through the lane, finishing off the glass. Late in the shot clock, it's a big bucket.
I was about a second or two away from saying St. Anthony's has done such a great job with one of Logano's keys, keeping Mohid out of the lane.
Yeah, they really have done a good job of that all night. The constant pressure he applies to defenses, at some point he's going to break through.
So the and one from Mohid. 17 now for him. Still not at his season average, though.
And I had him going to 24 tonight, if you remember earlier in the game.
DJ back rim, no good. He might still get there, Andrew.
Yeah, he's got a good chance. I wouldn't bet against him getting 7 in 5 minutes.
And he also makes his free throws. Hansen down low. The kick out over Jari. Good look by Mohid. Thought Hansen was going to take it at first opportunity. That shot short, and the rebound goes to the Friars. That was Snyder to come down with it. Wilmot, look at the moves inside. Counted and the foul.
That was one of the better moves of the season, Dylan.
All Logano could do.
Look at this handle by Wilmot. I'm sorry, Dylan. Look at that spin, the cross, the float. Unbelievable.
Logano turned to his bench and just was like, I don't know, like, no words.
He's going to tell us that was coaching. That was an unbelievable move by Wilmot.
Now he's looking to complete the three-point play to make it a 49-all game. He does just that. 13 now for Wilmot. So all of our impact players in double figures now. Mohid up top. Good denial there by Snyder, but Mohid still gets the jumper.
You called it, Dylan. Snyder did such a good job walling up, and when you're going against a guy like Melo Mohid, he can hit those contested twos.
We mentioned the standings, right, Andrew? Let's take a look at those standings, and you can see there, right? Chaminade right now on top, 8-3. But look at this, 2-game difference from 1 through 5, right? Doms is right now 5, arguably the best team in the league. Chaminade, Holy Trinity, St. Mary's, St. Anthony's, Doms, and do not sleep on the Firebirds from Kellenberg.
No, Kellenberg is playing everyone tough. They're right there. They're a possession or two away from clipping people. And we saw it the other night when St. Anthony's had a tough one with Kellenberg, went down to the wire. St. Anthony's won 55-53. In that game, Ust Nietzsche had 19 points, 2 threes, 5 free throws. Wilmot had 17.
And Wilmot hit a 3 with 49 seconds left. That gave the Friars the win.
No, but to your point, it's a wide open tournament.
Which will make for a fun and frantic postseason here in the Catholic League. Nietzsche. Faked it, bounce pass down low. Snyder loses it. Mohid, that's not the guy you want to have the ball in transition. And the poster.
That's an adrenaline boost for St. Dominic's as they pick up their defensive pressure.
Yeah, that's like 2 points worth about 5. As there's a blocking foul underneath as Nietzsche will go to the line for 2. Foul on Anson, his second. So 2 here for Nietzsche. Back rim on the first. 60% from the foul line. Second, no good. Obajari fouled by Valentino. The first for Alex.
Only the third team foul of the quarter.
Leotard off the inbounds. Gets it back to Mohid. Player of the year in the Catholic League, perhaps, Melo Mohid. Hansen, bounce pass inside. Knocked away, and Nietzsche gets the loose ball. Valentino, bang!
You could hear Coach Wilson yelling to his defense, shooter, as they wanted to get out on Valentino. Oos finds the shooter who's been hot tonight. Valentino strokes it from three with backspin follow through rotation. Looked good all the way.
So triple there, timeout is called with 3:13 left here in the fourth quarter. We mentioned these two teams met last year, Andrew, and let's show you some of those scenes from the David Mack Sports Complex on the campus of Hofstra University.
Yeah, it was a great environment. You see here JT Taylor getting hot at the right time. Big three from the top of the key. Again, Taylor from deep, beyond the college line, the Hofstra three-point line, looking like Preston Edmeade. And then here, the finish by Mannix.
Yeah, some special seniors on that team last year. Mohid keeping his team in it.
Yeah, and Melo Mohid finishing over Mannix here. It was a back-and-forth contest, came down to the end, and here you see the jubilation from Kevin Moore.
And Salagano said we didn't know if we'd have more this year, so we treated him like he was a senior. So he, at that point, who knows, Lugano said he goes out as a champion. They go on then, and after winning that championship, which was their 11th league championship, they went on and won their second Catholic State championship, beating a really good St. John's Prep team out of Astoria.
Yeah, and you mentioned it earlier in the broadcast about almost like the two seasons. Coach Logano was so complimentary of Kevin Moore for the first half of the season, his leadership and everything he brought to the table and mentoring some of these younger guys.
Yeah, that last game that he played as, oh, the poster again! Mohid!
That was different. Dylan, that was different.
And I'm pretty sure Becca Kazax is already getting that one on the gram. Oh, my.
And he hasn't changed his demeanor. It's almost like I do that every day.
Like the first one was good. You know, it's kind of like going to Peter Luger's, right? You get maybe the bacon as an appetizer. Like, this is delicious. Oh, hang on. Here comes the porterhouse.
You always do this to me in the fourth quarter. I'm going to have to go to the Bryant on Route 110 now.
Mohid, they wanted a foul on his way to the basket. None given. Good job by Lang, kind of going in between Mohid and the official. 3-point lead for the visitors. What do we have? A hold there on before the inbound. Foul on Snyder. So that's the fourth team foul against the Friars. The next one will send Doms to the foul line. Here's Leotard. Anson from the foul line. Corner kick to Mohid. Pump fake, Mohid. Oh, he is in a different area code right now.
Yeah, he's really feeling it. He's heating up at the right time, giving Doms a 5-point lead with 2 to go.
11 in this fourth quarter for Mohid. Nietzsche switches to his left for the layup.
Whatever you can do, I can do.
13 now for Oos. .25 now for Mohid. In the lane, Anson. No good, ripping the rebound down. Valentino.
And with all that excitement, Dylan, it's still a one-possession game.
And the Friars with a chance here to tie. And now that same coverage that Wilmot had, it goes with Lang on Nietzsche. And right away, Logano saw that, calls timeout.
Yeah, Coach Wilson's doing a really good job using his personnel defensively. He had Leotot on Wilmot earlier, and right there you saw Lang on Oos.
So we mentioned before some of the guys who had a big impact last year for St. Anthony's. Now they're playing on the next level.
Yeah, you have Dakari Thomas playing at Chicago State, Jalik Gaines at Hampton, Friars at the next level, and then Connor Maddox was a part of that last year's team that you just saw highlighted. Caleb Orlin at Swarthmore, and then JT Taylor up at Herkimer Community College. There's going to be a 4-year college coach that's going to be really happy to gobble up JT Taylor. He's an athlete. He's from Huntington. Coached him in AAU. He could do a little bit of everything.
And those are just the current Friars in the NCAA. We mentioned Snowden before, right? And it was interesting where Logano kind of walked us through his journey a little bit, right? Where at this age, and mostly out of necessity, Nietzsche ahead actually of Snowden. And Snowden kind of played off ball, became a point guard, and then was maybe Stony Brook's best player last year.
One of the benefits of having a high school coach with college experience is that they know what to do to get players to the next level. And I give Coach Logano a lot of credit because he puts players in a position to get recruited, and he develops them so that they can be featured and they can be looked at as contributors at the next level, which is really important.
That's an excellent point. So off the timeout, it's Snyder getting it back to Wilmot. A minute 16 left. Shot clock down to 15. Wilmot drives up top, and here is Nietzsche. They're playing him man. Oh, actually, Lang came in late for the help, and that results in the turnover.
A lot of credit to Lang. He's played absolutely great defense tonight. His game has evolved. That little play right there will not be in the stat sheet, but it's a huge play in this game.
So inside the final minute, again, next foul will send St. Dom's to the line. So they're going to play defense here, the Friars, looking for a stop.
Yeah, they'll get it back with about 25 seconds left with an opportunity to cut into that three-point lead if they can get a stop here.
Here's Mohid up top. Obajari backs it out. Here is the hot hand in Mohid. Pulls up, foul line, buckets, timeout, St. Dom's. It is Mellow Mohid's world, Andrew, and we're just living in it.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games, and Mellow Mohid has demonstrated his ability to hit that old-school 15-footer.
Andrew, 14 points through 3 quarters. He's got 13 in the fourth quarter alone.
It's almost like he saw the moment and seized the day, and he went after it, and he's an exciting player. He does have a chance to be the player of the year in this conference.
Take a look at the last 3 years there for Doms, and you could see the progression, right, where, 10 and 15 for a couple of years, and last year a big one for Isaiah Wilson. And in a lot of ways, when we spoke with him last year, they were ahead of maybe schedule by making that championship game a year ago.
Yeah, I remember him saying that to us as we headed into that championship game, and so they're right on course to have a team that's hovering around 20 wins year in, year out.
And right now they're looking for their 16th of the year to close out the regular season. And look there at the St. Anthony's sideline for them, their last 3 years. Of course, winning the state championship a year ago and a magical 25-3 year semifinals runner-up. So Logano always has his guys right there in the Final Four. I don't think anybody would be surprised if he gets there again, but he still has one more left in the regular season, a big one in Hicksville to take on Holy Trinity.
Yeah, that game's next week. That's a big one to finish out the year for playoff seeding.
The last message out of Isaiah Wilson, do not foul. Sometimes when you mention it, things go the other way. Here's Wilmot.
Guarded by Mohid.
They've got to get something here. Valentino to Snyder.
They got to go quick here now because they're down 5 with 15.
I was going to say, now you do need a 3. Snyder, though, Valentino, huge, to the basket for 2. Timeout, Logano.
Yeah, Valentino with the ability to finish and was contested on that one, and just a nice soft touch.
13 now for Valentino. If you want to book a Varsity Media Sportscast, you can keep your fans, family, and alumni connected. You might even get Ben Turchin to get on the sideline and interview you, as he did here with Josh Kama. You could do so by calling 516-403-2050 or emailing ben@varsitymedia.net. And if you want to get on Ben's good side, just mention Jose Alvarado. He's a big I don't think he has a jersey yet, but a huge Jose Alvarado fan.
And Jose Alvarado's giving New York City an electric spark right now, almost reminiscent of the Jeremy Lin spark that year. Not there yet, but it's been exciting to see him back.
But now, see, Linsanity was kind of like a fleeting thing. We don't want that for Jose.
We want consistency and long-term.
So off the inbound, here's Leotard. Anson, you've got a foul here if you are St. Anthony's, and that's what they do, as Wilmot fouled Leotard.
Leotard started his career in Deer Park. Really athletic, long.
And Leotard's first 2 free throw attempts in this game.
Really just needs one to go down to give St. Dom some breathing room. You know, I always think the psychology of a free throw shooter, when you don't have your teammates on the line with you, sometimes it can come into play.
Yeah, like, where'd everybody go?
They were talking to their coach right now. This is really a big one here. There's still time for St. Anthony's to get a 2. If they push it up quickly.
So he goes 1 of 2. 9.9 seconds left. Here comes Snyder. Snyder, they're going to let him get right to the cup.
The clock is running. He's out of timeouts.
Smart move by St. Dom, just letting that clock wind down.
Yeah, in college it would have stopped. In high school it runs. The only way to stop it is with a timeout.
How close are things in this league? How about another 2-point ball game as St. Dom's gets the 60-58 win.
Yeah, that was reminiscent of those classic battles between St. Anthony's and St. Dom's back in the day. The Jay Hernandez days, the Sean Kennedy days, the Jim Moran days.
So we will get an interview with our player of the game. And no surprise, it will be Melo Mohid here to join us.
Thank you.
Another great performance as we are joined by our player of the game, Melo Mohid. And Melo, first off, listen, this league is crazy this year. And to get a big win on the at home against St. Anthony's this year, to come from behind to do so, to get a win here as well, to sweep the regular season series. How big was that?
It was big because we lost the last 2. We just had to grind. We had to talk. We had a meeting before this game. Like, does anybody want to be here? As you can see behind me, everybody's here. So it's obvious what we want to do. We want to win. And the goal for us is to win the championship and then go to States and win the championship there too.
You had 14 points through 3 quarters, and then you went into beast mode in quarter number 4. 13 points to
I can't hear him.
including 2 incredible dunks. What was it about that fourth quarter where you needed to take over?
I mean, it's just what I have to do. My coach, he wants me to take over games when things get tough for us, and that's what I had to do today. And you can see from the scoreboard, we won the game. So that's the main point. That's what I had to do.
Of your 2 dunks, did you have a favorite?
I think the first one in the first half, because I had 3. But I mean, it's just I just gotta like. It's not even about the dunks. It's just you gotta play hard every game, and that's what I feel like I did that today. So that's why we got the win.
Yeah, you go into the postseason now, and you know that there's 5 teams that can potentially win this championship. What do you guys need to do to get that chip?
We just got to double down on defense. We got to make sure we're getting the best shot possible, and we got to make sure everybody's engaged. Today, everybody was engaged. From when the second dunk, I saw my teammates. They was hyping me up, and that really boosted my ego, and that boosted the rest of the team morale. So that's what we got to do every game.
Great job by Melo Mohid. Congratulations and best of luck going forward.
Thank you.
27 points to lead the Bayhawks to a big road win. Great stuff from Melo Mohid and the Bayhawks here, taking a big win on a Friday night here on the road in St. Anthony's. Well, Andrew, we heard it from Mohid and his teammates. He might have got more pressure or more hands on him by his own teammates in the postgame.
Yeah, they were picking up fouls like like that St. Francis Prep girls game we covered last night.
But what a performance by him. Fourth quarter, phenomenal. And you could hear, too, just from his words, right? It wasn't about the dunks. It was about the team and the win. A true leader as a senior.
Yeah, they look connected. You could tell that they're connected and that they're ready for the challenges ahead.
And there are some big challenges ahead for St. Dom's and for St. Anthony's. St. Dom's, they'll improve now to 16-8 overall, 7-5 in league play. But what a night it was, as early on we saw some fortunate bounces for Cameron Obajari. He knocked down a couple of triples in the first half, and what a shot here by Wilmot. Around the world and in on that three, on that basket. Another 3 there by Obajari, as these 2 teams went back and forth. But ultimately, Cam Obajari, Melo Mohid, and the Bayhawks pick up the victory. Oh, yeah. Send it home, Melo. As the Bayhawks will go back to Oyster Bay with a big road win. For our executive producer, Ben Turchin, our technical director, Becca Kazaks, Kevin Catalanato, Tony DeMasso with all the great moving images, from my broadcast partner, Andrew Deloya, Dylan Butler, thanking you for joining us from St. Anthony's High School. We look forward to seeing you next time right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.